Hey everybody, welcome to another Quicksave Review with me, RC. A Quicksave Review is a Let's Play and review mashed together for a game I'm currently playing, and I'm currently playing Space Avenger, Empire of Nexx. Now, Space Avenger here is a top-down shooter that is wave-based, and I was actually looking forward to checking this game out because it reminded me of like a prettier Geometry Wars. I mean, depending on your art preference. I really actually like the art style in Geometry Wars, but I'm just saying, you play as a ship, looking top down, avoiding other ships, shooting them, that kind of thing. And it's pretty cool. There's a story behind it. The story is that your team has been pretty much decimated by the Nexx, and now you're trying to get revenge. That's the whole story. They actually have a prologue set up for you to enjoy that, which is kind of cool. You know, it's more story than you normally get with any kind of spaceship game. However, while this game looks nice and has a pretty decent lead up with the story and everything like that, the gameplay is pretty lacking. What you got here is a casual shoot 'em up game with a large upgrading and grinding system going on here. So I played through this first level already, and you can see I've earned 1 medal on the next level. And normally, I don't like doing videos this early for a game. I like to get through a few levels, you know, try to get through, you know, 10%, 20% of the game, so that way I have a really good idea of what to expect here. But I can tell exactly what kind of game this was after the first level here. So let's jump into the first level here, because, oh boy. Oh boy. We did unlock a new power, so that's cool. But what you see here, this is your grinding and upgrade system. This is all the stuff you can upgrade. Currently, we do not have... Actually, we do. We can upgrade our speed. Increases reactors, allowing better mobility. But you can see all of the locked areas here where you're going to be able to unlock stuff, which is cool if you really want to get in there and unlock stuff. It's not a bad thing. We're going to upgrade our speed right now. However, what is a bad thing, though, is the style of play in this. And by that, I mean, when you are controlling your ship, we're just going to pass through the story here, because basically she's just talking about how, oh, I think the Nexx are over in this other area, you need to go after them. So you head to another area to go take out the Nexx, basically. Try to get your revenge. But you want to get the stars to upgrade your ship. You can get the green to get more health. You get the blue crystals. I don't even know what the crystals are for yet, to be quite honest here. But here you go. Here's your ship. And when you move your ship around, believe it or not, you're, rather, when you move your ship around and shoot, believe it or not, every shot that you make here is just an automatic shot. Like, you don't get to control where the shot goes. You just hold the trigger, move your ship around, and it adds the auto targeting system onto the enemies there. And you go collect the stars as they die and keep on going. And that's the whole game. Now, normally I wouldn't have a problem with this if you were able to control your shot. But you, basically, in this game, are just focusing on dodging. So this game has a very heavy, casual feel. And normally when I play games, I'm not the biggest, I don't mind a casual game here or there. But this is almost like too casual, even for me. This is like very mobile, very casual. And I know those are dirty words to some people. And it might be the same way for you. Obviously, this looks unexciting because we're playing in the first level here. If you spent like probably 3 hours upgrading, grinding, playing through all the levels and stuff, you're probably going to get all kinds of cool abilities and whatnot. Ugh. But yeah, this is all we got so far. The only other ability I have at the moment is you can hit A to dodge, which is helpful to not get hit. So these bullets here you can dodge over like that. We did unlock a rocket that you could use on B, but you need enough stars to actually unlock it. So not only do you have to unlock it, but you have to unlock it a second time. You know, it does that whole like old school, I forget what game it was. There's a game on the Xbox 360 I used to play that was just like, used to annoy the crap out of me because it would be like, okay, you've unlocked it, now you have to unlock it. And I'm like, ugh. Such a pet peeve of mine. I was just like, listen, if I achieved something, give me the item. You know what I mean? In this, it does the same thing. You achieve something, but then you still gotta unlock it. So that's where you're at. But yeah, this is a game I'm not sure I would spend much more time with, because just the overall, you know, payback and feeling of being satisfied is just not there. Like, you don't really get to control what you're doing with the shooting, which really bothers me. The dodging is fun. I like that you get to control where your ship is dodging to. Like, that's a fun thing, but like, I mean, that is such a small, simple thing, right? It's like not even not even really. Oh, they're gonna take me out here. Like, for me to enjoy a shoot 'em up, like, if you can't control where your shot goes, it needs to be a horizontal shoot 'em up. Which is kind of where I'm at. Let's see if we can blow this rock up and get some health before the next wave. Nope, probably not. It was perfect. I was shooting some enemies that were around a rock earlier and was able to break the rock open, but it is really hard to, like, really get the time to do it. There we go, like this. You kind of have to finagle it to break the rock. There we go. Now we can get some help. Get away from me. There we go. Oh, jeez. That guy really got a hit on me. I'm not sure that we're going to survive the next wave here, because the next wave is a pretty hard ship. I feel like I was pretty lucky that I got it the first time. I'm going to keep pelting this rock in hopes I can get some more health before it shows up. I guess their bullets are going to help too, right? Okay, there we go. Got some health. That's the other thing too, is that once the enemy gets, like, just a little further away off screen, your cursor goes away, you kind of stop shooting at them. They can also just super easily dodge your bullets here. I guess once you get some kind of a homing rocket, which you know it's got to be in this game, things are going to be a lot easier. And not that this level's, like, super hard or anything, you just really got to, like, dodge yourself. This guy's not pursuing me much, is he? Here we go, we got some crystals. But you can see, I don't really know what the crystals do, because, hey, there we go, there's a bunch of stars. Even though I can collect them, they're not actually counting up into my total. So in the very beginning of this game, you can only collect 50 stars, so they're you know, clipping you at the heel there. So you have to upgrade how many stars you can actually carry. And then on top of that, you have to upgrade to apparently hold the blue crystals too, which I'm just like, what? So yeah, you can see way over here, we did unlock this rocket. You need 50. Okay, so we can get it. We couldn't get it last time. But sometimes I'm like, man, do we want the rocket or do we want an improved health bar? An improved health bar would be nice. The first thing I increased was the stars, so that way I could, you know, obviously get more stars. Oh, this one's called aim. I was like, oh, will it let us aim with the ship? No, it's you attract the stars and crystals to the ship, so it actually pulls them towards you. Of course that was going to be in here. I think we're going to go with the rocket. It's drops 3 fast-seeking rockets with search heads, so that's your homing rocket. We're going to equip that. You unlock another crystal plus. Increases the maximum amount of crystals your ship can carry. You know, at least one, because you can't carry any at once. Oh, I can carry 200 now. Okay, so apparently they didn't go away. They just sit there waiting for you? I don't know. That's strange. Whatever. I know it's the first time I wasn't able to collect more stars than I was able to collect. Like, I only had 50 stars, and it was like, here, you managed to collect 100 stars, but you only get to carry 50, and I'm like, what a pain. Alright, so I died pretty quickly on this one. Oh, I wanted to talk about the medal system too, just in case anybody's interested. You can see that the 3 emblems on each on that level, and then the one that's here. Those are medals. Those medals are used to unlock different things in the game. You'll go over things, and it'll let you know, like, hey, you need this many medals to do that, and blah blah blah. So if you were wondering what that is exactly what that is. So let's jump into this level here. Like I said, this is one I died pretty miserably on. I think I got to like level wave 4 or something like that. So I did not get very far. See, I don't know what the blue crystals are actually used for. They look like there's a bar underneath my health now. I think that's new, like a blue bar. Alright, we're going to try out the homing missile just for fun. Look at that. That is going to be much more helpful. So the crystals are going to be your special weapon. That's what those are. Okay. That's why I didn't have them before. And that's why I can now collect 200 and why my total never went above zeros, because I didn't have anything to use them for. So that makes sense. Woo! They really like putting those black holes like right there, don't they? Now the other thing that sucks too is like these stars eventually go away, and because I don't attract them yet, it's easy for them to kind of like just disappear without you collecting them first, and that could be pretty annoying. God, I really dislike that you can't pick who you're gonna shoot at. You can see here in the controls you have hold to shoot. Oh, you can change a target. Okay, it doesn't tell you that. It's interesting to give you this big elaborate. There we go. Okay, good. They give you this big elaborate story, but they don't tell you like simple things like, hey, you can change your target. So you can change your target. So that's good to know. So yeah, like I said at the beginning of this, guys, like it's a nice game. Even the sound design's like decent. It's got a good look to it, you know. Just it's actually got a story, but the worst thing about it is just like the fact that you can't control the shooting. It really kind of ruins the whole experience. Because I could see this being a lot of fun. I could see this being something I want to play, but it's quite obvious that, you know, this is something that they're aiming to put on mobile, like Android and iOS at some point, if it's not already. If it was already there and then came to Steam afterwards, because we know that there's a lot of that stuff too. And I don't want to demonize a game for being casual or being a mobile game or whatever, but it's just like, man, I kind of like to control the shooting. I like to aim it. You know, make it a dual joystick shooter. But if they made it a dual joystick shooter, you wouldn't be able to. Hey, that was a good kill. You wouldn't be able to. Hope I can get all these before the next wave starts. There we go. All right, we got 83. But yeah, that's the only thing about this that really bothers me. Everything else about it seems pretty cool. That's something I would actually enjoy if I can control myself shooting. I mean, you play a game like Geometry Wars, and that game has like such a throwback Atari look to it, you know, like an old Vectrex look. And all it is just bombs, shooting, and moving and dodging. That's all it is. Very old school. And I enjoy that more than this just because it's a little bit more fast-paced, and you can actually control your shots. Like, it's all about skill, it's all about talent. And this is like kind of a more laid-back approach to ships. So I can't say this is a bad game. Like, I'm not giving this like a no recommendation at all or anything like that. What I'm doing is kind of recommending this for a particular player. This is going to be for someone who wants to play a shoot 'em up, who doesn't want to play one that's like ridiculously hard, because this is a genre that is riddled with like really, really tough games. Like the shoot 'em up genre is notoriously a difficult genre, you know? Let me shoot that guy with some missiles there. Now, if we get past this level here, we'll actually get a medal. Oh, jeez. I can't believe I dodged all that. Or this level. If we get past this wave, is what I'm saying. Okay, I gotta save my dodges for when he shoots those. Hey, look at that. We got another medal. Brings us up to 6. Not too shabby. These messages I usually blow past because they're not very important. It's usually like she just said like, oh, I got a bad feeling, something about the commander. I'm just kind of like, whatever, lady. I will say that the one interesting thing about this is that if you're patient and you kind of like flub around and dodge and everything like you're supposed to, you can get out of some sticky situations that you're probably, you know, at certain skill levels not supposed to do. But let's see, we have 128 stars. What should we get? I feel like the aim is going to be important because that'll help attract the stars over to us. Let's see, we got speed, star increase. We definitely got to upgrade our laser cannons. And because we didn't finish that, we still did not unlock that area. It also looks like some of these branch off planets you can actually spend some of your medals or stars to like unlock and do other things too. So if you're interested in getting even more out of the game, you can do that. We're gonna jump back in here and just because we just upgraded. I just want to check out what the new laser feels like. Okay, it is faster. Check that out. It's a little bit more like what I would expect in a shoot 'em up. But still, not the most exciting laser. And now we should have these stars sort of... They kind of float to me. You gotta be pretty close. You gotta get really close for those to float over to you. Kinda would rather them come across the level a bit at me, you know what I mean? So yeah, shoot 'em up game, wave-based shoot 'em up game. Definitely for a particular player. Players who want something a little bit more skill-based, I think, are going to kind of pass on this. I got to be honest. But there might be players out there who are looking to get into their first shoot 'em up. And this might actually be a really good place to start because you don't have to control the shooting. You just focus on the upgrades and progression. Yeah, I think that newer players will have a lot of fun just doing that. And then possibly later, you can introduce them to some of the more difficult Japanese shoot-'em-up games. But yeah, there you go, guys. I think that's going to be about it for this one. I think you kind of get what kind of game this is going to be here. But I just want to say thank you for watching, and of course, I'll see you all next time.